Before watching this video, please subscribe.
Top 10 Navy destroyers in the world. Izumo, Japan. JS Izumo, DDH-183, is a helicopter carrier and the lead ship in the Izumo class of the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force. She is the second warship to be named for Izumo Province, with the previous ship being the armored cruiser Izumo. The construction of the first ship of the class began in an Marine United shipyard in Yokohama, with funding totaling 113.9 billion yen being set aside in the fiscal 2010 budget for this purpose. The destroyers of this class were initially intended to replace the two ships of the Shirane class, which were originally scheduled to begin decommissioning in FY 2014. The ship, the largest Japanese naval vessel since World War I, was laid down on 27 January 2012 and launched on 6 August 2013. The ship began sea trials on 29 September 2014. The ship was commissioned on 25 March 2015. Kirov-class Russian. The Kirov-class battlecruiser is a class of nuclear-powered warship of the Russian Navy, the largest and heaviest surface combatant warships in operation in the world. Among modern warships, they are second in size only to large aircraft carriers, and of similar size to a World War I-era battleship. The official designation of the ship type is Heavy Nuclear-Powered Guided Missile Cruiser. The ships are often referred to as battlecruisers by Western defense commentators due to their size and general appearance. Originally built for the Soviet Navy, the class is named for the first of a series of 4 ships to be constructed, Kirov, which was renamed Admiral Ushakov in 1992. Original plans called for the construction of 5 ships. However, the last was cancelled. In Russia, this class of ship is usually referred to by the designation Project 1144 Orlan. Only Pyotr Veliky is currently operational. Admiral Nakhimov is projected to re-enter the Russian Navy in 2018. Russia planned to reactivate the remaining 2 vessels by 2020. But recent reporting suggests that the reactors in Admiral Ushakov and Admiral Lazarev are in a poor condition, and these ships cannot be safely reactivated. Wasp-class United top 10 Navy destroyers in the world. Landing helicopter dock amphibious assault ships operated by the United States Navy. Based on the Tarawa class, with modifications to operate more advanced aircraft and landing craft. The Wasp class is capable of transporting almost the full strength of a United States Marine Corps Marine Expeditionary Unit, and landing them in hostile territory via landing craft or helicopters. All Wasp class ships were built by Ingalls Shipbuilding, at Pascagoula, Mississippi, with the lead ship, US Wasp, commissioned on 29 July 1989. 8 Wasp class ships were built, and as of June 2017, all 8 are active. All Wasp-class ships were built by Ingalls Shipbuilding, at Pascagoula, Mississippi. The first ship of the class, US Wasp, was commissioned on 29 July 1989. The 5th ship of the class, US Baton, was constructed through a process of modular assembly and pre-fitting out, which meant that the LHD was almost 75% complete when she was launched. 6. The Baton was also the first LHD built to house females, as opposed to being modified after completion, with dedicated berths for up to female sailors or Marines. America-class United States. The America-class amphibious assault ships of the U.S. Navy are designed to put ashore a Marine Expeditionary Unit using helicopters and MV-22B Osprey V/STOL transport aircraft, supported by The first of these warships was commissioned by the U.S. Navy in 2014 to replace US Peleliu of the Tarawa class. As many as 11 will be built. The design of the America class is based on that of US Makin Island, the last ship of the Wasp class, but the Flight Zero ships of the America class will not have well decks, and they have smaller onboard hospitals in order to give more space for aviation uses. Although they only carry helicopters and V/STOL aircraft, US America, with a displacement of about 45,000 long tons, is similar in size to the French Charles de Gaulle and the Indian Vikramaditya fixed-wing aircraft carriers. Also, while more than 120 feet shorter, they are of comparable displacement to the former US Navy Midway-class aircraft carriers. Charles de Gaulle, France. Charles de Gaulle is the flagship of the French Navy. The ship is the 10th French aircraft carrier, the first French nuclear-powered surface vessel, and the only nuclear-powered carrier completed outside of the United States Navy. She is named after French statesman and General Charles de Gaulle. The ship carries a complement of Dassault Rafale M and E-2C Hawkeye aircraft, X-7-5 Caracal and S-532 Cougar helicopters for combat search and rescue, as well as modern electronics and Aster missiles. She is a Katabar-type carrier that uses 275 MC-133 steam catapults of a shorter version of the catapult system installed on the U.S. Nimitz-class aircraft carriers. One catapult at the bow and one across the front of the landing area. 7. Charles de Gaulle is the only non-American carrier vessel that has a catapult, allowing operation of American aircraft such as the F-A-180/F Super Hornet 9 and the C-2 Greyhound.